little delayed release by Miles Kitzelman, who Joey Aguilar told us he's kind of developed the chemistry with. Look for him to be a factor today.
Lewis powers his way into the end zone for a Vols touchdown.
So far, again, to be expected.
That is just what Syracuse needed. Their defense was backpedaling on that drive. Angeli, play action. Lost the football. It is scooped, and it'll be a house call touchdown for Colton Hood. Robinson knocked it out. Colton Hood, the scoop and score. Just one play after Syracuse got a takeaway. Tennessee takes it right back.
That's too serious. I got some one-on-ones at the top of the screen.
Angeli, the pitch. Willis looking for the pylon. He's in. That's a Syracuse touchdown.
Great block.
As always, up-tempo, play action. Aguilar, he wants it all. In stride, he's got Staley. Touchdown! What an answer by the Vols.
Continuing to go.
Trying to find the end zone before halftime. Second and goal. Angeli to the goal line. Touchdown! Well-designed play. Jonte Cook able to squeeze it across the goal line right on his hip, courtesy of Angeli. And Syracuse does indeed make this a two-score game once again.
And this is a nice,
so they can easily use those timeouts and run 3 plays from here. Another chance for Bishop to polish it off, and he does. Tennessee touchdown, as this one will absolutely stand. And that missed tackle on Bishop in the backfield.
Because right now Tennessee is rolling.
Third down and goal. Aguilar out of the pocket. Floats one end zone. Touchdown! Leaking out of the backfield was Star Thomas. And the running back has his first Tennessee touchdown reception. And the Vols extend their lead.
It's just a really, look, year 2 is really when you kind of make your imprint on a program. It takes about that long. He knows that there's still work to do.
Willis leaps, puts the ball out to the goal line and breaks the plane for a touchdown. That little reach from Yassine Willis got it across the chalk. And Syracuse has their third offensive touchdown.
What a heck of an individual.
And now back to the more conventional look with Aguilar lining up. Yassine Willis, he takes the handoff and he will walk into the end zone with a Syracuse touchdown. Now Syracuse signaling that they're going to go for 2 now, down by 12. Interesting call here, Lewis, because it's a go for dose brought to you by Dos Equis.
Get some double teams at the point of attack.
Play action instead. Aguilar floats one into the end zone, wide open. Miles Kitzelman for the tight end touchdown. And they play Rocky Top again.
I mean, When you have a guy who's a dual threat like Linares, there's no reason why this team shouldn't be more efficient.
Quarterback run with two tight ends. Paved the way for Linares Sellers. Bulldozer. End zone. Touchdown.
Linares Sellers just
More than Georgia and Tennessee, who were tied second. Not surprising with Shane Beamer's lineage on special teams. Playing and coaching for his dad. This is a really good kick, though. Straight on the return. Gets free. Swing to midfield. Breaks a tackle. Stays in bounds. The Carney swing. Spin cycle. Touchdown. On special teams, a special teams touchdown to extend the lead.
what a heck of a job.
Sellers takes a shot for the touchdown. In stride, Harbor, touchdown. Nick Harbor was an Olympic trials invitee, an All-American in the 100 meters and 200 meters. That kind of speed allowed him to run right past the Virginia Tech coverage. Offset with Morris to the backfield. They're going to try and run for it here, and he bounces free. Jamari Taylor with a flag down, sees the end zone. If it stands, touchdown. We will have to check the penalty marker back at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like it may have been NC State that was the guilty party. They were offside.
Offside. Defense, number 93, was lined up in the neutral zone. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
So Jamari Taylor, who now has a rushing touchdown in 13 consecutive games dating back to his days at NC Central. He ran for 2 on opening day against Coastal Carolina, and on 4th and 1, it's a house call, and the Cavaliers have the lead.
Part of this program, he knows what it's like to win. He instills that in his team.
Quarterback run. Bailey finds a crease. Bailey, the long strides to the end zone, and he's got a touchdown for the Pack. 30 yards.
So we talk off, it's soft, give it to him.
They'll run it with Taylor. He's looking for another touchdown. He opened up the first drive with a score, and he has another. 2 games with Virginia and already 4 rushing touchdowns for Jamari Taylor. And Virginia's got the lead back.
I don't know.
About 3 hours away, we recruit in the same circles. We're border rivals. It makes sense to play this game, so they signed up a home and home. C.J. Bailey up the seam towards the end zone for the touchdown to Noah Rogers. Another answer for NC State.
You can see the
Two tight ends and Jamari Taylor back in just behind Chandler Morris. First and goal, it's play action. Morris floats back to the goal line for a touchdown to Sage Ennis. So the tight end shakes off the earlier injury. He is back in with a touchdown catch, and Virginia's got a 2-score lead.
That's the problem when
22-23 seasons at UConn. Cam Ross, maybe the best weapon for Virginia, and Justin Jolie were teammates at Connecticut. Finding a crease and finding the end zone is Hollywood Smothers for an NC State touchdown. What a drive to start off the third quarter. Exactly the drive that the Pack needed after falling down 2 scores going into the break.
that's how you answer with a dominant quarterback.
C.J. Bailey blitz off the edge, makes a man miss. He'll take off. No one out on the edge to stop C.J. Bailey, his second rushing touchdown. They brought Landon Danley on the blitz, and he grasped air.
Landon Danley.
They try and run for it. And getting free is Jamari Taylor. Being chased. He's got to step down the sideline. Touchdown. 66 yards for Jamari Taylor, his third of the day. He was a walk-on at North Carolina Central. He made the team in a tryout, eventually earning a scholarship. Went on to be North Carolina Central's first ever 1,000-yard rusher. And Tony Elliott and offensive coordinator Des Kitchings believed enough in an FCS player to bring him to Charlottesville. Jolie out, but 2 tight ends back in. They'll try to pave the way for Smothers. Breaks a tackle, cuts it back. Touchdown again.
That was a one guy.
We just got to win this series right here and keep going. Keep playing.
Get down there.
Can they stop Haynes? They cannot. They didn't get the stop Dabo Swinney said they had to get. Jamal Haynes into the end zone to extend the Georgia Tech lead.
Real good blocking at the point of attack.
And sometimes, even when the call might seem obvious, what I find interesting is they have to have that conversation about where do we spot the ball? Where should the clock be? Where should the play clock be? Just to make sure you're managing the game correctly.
I just like that the decision-making process, clear and obvious. It wasn't there. There wasn't any evidence.
Now Clemson can take the clock down 25 seconds before snapping it. They line up again on 4th and goal. Klubnik reaches the ball out. Did he break the play? And that time he did. That's a Clemson touchdown. Klubnik quickly reached it across the goal line. And Clemson able to score. They try to pressure Klubnik here. He stands in and delivers to Wesco. Catch and run down the sideline. Wesco stays in bounds. Touchdown. A 73-yard house call for Brian Wesco. And boy, did Klubnik, knowing he was going to get clobbered, deliver a perfect strike. Closely in to the left of Haynes King. In the shotgun, 3rd and goal. Haynes King following his running back. Haynes is ready to go for a Georgia Tech touchdown. He ran over Ricardo Jones. Because of the injury. They'll run it straight ahead. Make no mistake, this is a a touchdown. Adam Randall. And now we are indeed once again a point after away from a tie. Start off against Clemson. Two tight ends in the game. Play action. Angeli, he's got a one-on-one. Climbing the ladder, Justice Ross Simmons. Touchdown. What a start for the Orange.
Did we just say in Atlanta against Georgia Tech, he went off in that game. He was the go-to guy. He's the high riser on the outside. Got to get him going down the field.
Klubnik takes the screen. Instead, he locks one. Jump ball in the end zone. Flag out, touchdown. Brian Wesco. They take the shot, and he wins the one-on-one. You were saying, Lewis? And we start the second quarter with first and goal. Wischusen, Lewis Riddick, and Chris Button here at Death Valley. Steve Angeli, handoff Nixon at the 5, freeway to the end zone for another Syracuse touchdown. The Orange have their 2-score lead back.
You're Jeff Nixon. They are losing the battle.
Play action for Angeli. Lobs one towards the end zone. Caught running under it. Darryl Gill for a touchdown. Perfect placement for Angeli. And Darryl Gill's got another.
That's just beautiful.
Klubnik all day. Extends the play. Floats it end zone. Scooped up. Touchdown. Adam Randall. Back to his roots. The running back used to be a wide receiver. And he looked like one there. Way in the red zone to Syracuse. Down 27-14 here. Ricky Collins, the backup quarterback. He'll throw to the front pylon. Trying to squeeze it back shoulder to Ross Simmons. He's got it for the touchdown. Justice Ross Simmons does it again. Turned it over twice on downs as well. Klubnik back to throw. Sidearms one wide open in the end zone. Easy touchdown for Brian Wesco. Brian Wesco Jr. wide open. And now we've got a 2-score game with 9 minutes to go.
It's a nice play, Ballard level, this Florida State defense. They're going to make you work for everything. You're going to have to earn it.
Morris to throw. Into the end zone. He's got a man for a touchdown. Sage Ennis, the tight end, settled down at the goal line. And Virginia's got the lead.
The back end.
They bring a blitz. Morris steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He gets to the 5. Reaches the ball out. A Virginia touchdown.
Robinson, their 6'4" corner, size on size. Try and get a better matchup.
They go to a wildcat formation. Sawchuk takes the direct snap and goes up the middle untouched for a Florida State touchdown. There's the Noles response.
As the quarterback.
Randy Pittman just returning from injury tonight. They scored a touchdown out of a wildcat formation once, and they'll do it again here. Florida State a point after away from tying the game up. And they turn the tables on Virginia, and they take a turnover and turn it into 6.
See, I just held that part of the officials.
So 1st and goal, Florida State at the 4. Castellanos with a fake. Castellanos to the end zone. Florida State has the lead.
This offensive line
Can be somewhat deliberate with all 3 timeouts. And they can run it as well. Kamari Taylor. Touchdown. Who's?
kidding me?
And it's 3rd down. Big 3rd down inside the 10-yard line at the 7. He'll keep it. He'll score. 2nd rushing touchdown for Chandler Morris.
Once again, tight end
Randy Pittman. He scored on a wildcat run. He'll run it again. Jump pass instead. Guess who? Deuce Robinson. Touchdown. Florida State goes to the bag of tricks, and Randy Pittman, the tight end, becomes the quarterback. Back at the 15. Morris, wheel route, drives it in! Xavier Brown, touchdown! Robinson now solo right.
There you see him at the top of the screen right there. They got 2 guys over there. They got a corner and a safety shading to him.
They bring another blitz. Castellanos on the move. Castellanos into the end zone. Diving attempt. Touchdown! Randy Pittman, the tight end, traps it. Florida State a point after away from a tie.
What?
Play action for Morris. Rolling out. Tucks it under. Hunting the pylon. He got there. Touchdown.
£213. He gets a one-on-one situation. He's at the top of your screen, top left.
3rd down. Ball bounces it outside. Ball caught on the end zone. He's in. That's a Gators touchdown on the opening drive.
One situation, do they eventually try and get him the football?
Roll out for Manning. Just inside the front right pylon. Wisner gets the touchdown, and they take the turnover and turn it into 6.
You see fan base here in this stadium right now.
Lagway, play action, end zone touchdown. The first for the freshman, Dallas Wilson.
You just see, so
The only receiver the Texas signed in the portal from Stanford was Mosley, and he made a big play there. And now they're looking for another big play to the back of the end zone. Ryan Wingo got a foot down for the touchdown. What a throw from there.
That is high level.
Now still at about 220.
Yeah, he said he was a little bit lighter than that.
Left down the sideline. Inbounds Dallas Wilson. To the end zone, dragging tacklers for a Gators touchdown. Did Dallas Wilson stay in? If he did. Wisner again into the end zone for the touchdown. 3:20 to go.
That's a heck of
Going to losing the football as Mensah at the mesh point. It's scooped up. Heading the other way is Daniels. It's a scoop and score for Georgia Tech. Omar Daniels found the ball laying on the turf, and he finds the end zone and the first points of the game. 95 yards in the other direction.
This is all. Got to get some points out of this drive before the half.
Mensah lobs one. Nice adjustment. Touchdown. Landon King tracked the football. And Darian Mensah has his 16th touchdown pass of the season.
And that's just the size
of a game. They give up a touchdown, it feels like game over.
Yep.
It comes down to this drive for Georgia Tech. Mosley, spin cycle to the end zone for a touchdown.
Let's go!
And now Georgia Tech has their 2-score lead with under 5 minutes to go.
It's the blocking at the point of attack and
Final timeout. Georgia Tech can just about end the game here. Haynes King cruising to the end zone. Touchdown. I think he thought about taking a knee inside the 10-yard line.
Sure did.
But now they're an extra point away from a 3-score lead.
Instead, Haynes King. And they have a dynamic young back. It's just, again, the execution at this area of the field.
Mensah's going to take a shot to the end zone. 50-50 ball. And it's caught. Touchdown, Samir Hagans. Oh, what a war for the football that was, and Hagans won it.
That is how you battle.
Boring game. It has not been. There have been a ton of momentum changes, and we still have 19 minutes to go. MK Young bounces it outside. MK Young down the sideline. Jalen Catalon in pursuit. Can he save a touchdown? He cannot. House call. And Vanderbilt's got the lead.
Wait till you take a look at right now, because he has made plays for me in big situations the past 2 weeks.
Zolus. Sliding catch is made in the end zone, a touchdown. Jude James, the tight end. And we're an extra point from Mizzou away from a tie. Pavia keeps it. Pavia leaps. He scores. Touchdown Vanderbilt.
That's nice execution.
Sellers with a couple of tight ends that might be paving the way. Quarterback run. Tries to do it himself. Gets a push. Touchdown. South Carolina strikes. After the gift from Trey Wallace, the muff punt gives them the short field, and the Gamecocks have the early lead.
That Ole Miss just exploited.
A rollout for Chambliss. Eyeing the end zone across his body, and he's got Daquan Wright for an Ole Miss touchdown.
That's just so good.
Right in the heart of this Gamecocks defense. Chambliss to the 10. Chambliss inside the pylon. It's another Ole Miss touchdown.
This is just a nice.
And we've got number 7 with a 10-point lead off play action. Linares Sellers taking a shot. Back in the end zone. Harbor. He's got it for the touchdown. The track star ran right by the Ole Miss secondary. Just what the Gamecocks needed. 47 yards. Nick Harbor was a second-team All-American in track last year and then decided, you know what, I'm stopping track. I'm concentrating on football. But he ran a 10-1-100, a 20.2 200, and he ran a really fast 47 yards right there. Past the sticks, and he just had no chance to allow anything to develop. Season high 6 sacks for the Rebels defense.
But when you go back and watch the tape of this game, even in these shot plays down the field, a lot of them are all or nothing. That's not to say that Linares hasn't missed a few.
Kewan Lacey busts it. Kewan Lacey on his feet to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's just a beauty.
End around. It's Malachi Tony. Throws it back to Carson Beck. He's got a caravan in front. A trick play touchdown for the year. Well, the body language just got a lot better. Has to be. Couldn't take your eyes off all of those guys. That shot right over his shoulder. Third down, interception tossed. Keontae Scott looking for the pylon. It's a pick 6. And a pose. Flag down at the 5-yard line, but it was well after the interception. We'll have to check the marker here. 7 total yards to this point. Beck, seam shot. In stride, Keelan Marion splits the safeties. Touchdown. Maybe I spoke too soon. First touchdown of the season for Keelan Marion. And Carson Beck, number 2 among active FBS players in total career yards coming into today.
They just got to late in the season, finish off season strongly, and they'll get everything that they want.
Pringle again. Down the sideline. Touchdown.
Good old-fashioned.
Carson Beck, a little throwback screen. Are you kidding me? He throws it back to CeCe Maui Noah, the tackle, and it's a big man touchdown.
How good is this?
Miami brings a blitz. Velarde into the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Washington Baker, the tight end.
Off the line of scrimmage. You don't see that very often with Florida's front four.
Elon Lacy to the goal line. Dives. Did he break the play? The officials coming in from either side. Is it a record setter? It's a touchdown. The 17th for Keewan Lacy on the ground. That's a new Ole Miss record. Davian Harris has 6 career blocked kicks. How about DJ Lagway just does it himself? Another quarterback draw this time. It gets the Gators 6. I formation with a linebacker, Aaron Childs, trying to pave the way for Jaden Baugh. And there is the go-ahead touchdown. The Gators get 6 off the pick. And they've got the lead. Chambliss sees it. They get it off. It's a 4-man rush. Cleaner pocket this time and a strike. Dejon Stribley splits the defense. Stumbles into the end zone for a Rebels touchdown. Lagway dropping. He's going to take a shot. Looking for start advantage. Stride at the pylon. He's in for the touchdown. J. Michael Sturdivant, the deep shot from Lagway. Direct snap to Lacy. Freeway to the end zone. He adds to his Ole Miss record. Touchdown, number 18 on the ground this season for Keewan Lacy. Lacy hits the goal line. He's got a hat trick. Another touchdown for Keewan Lacy. And Ole Miss will end this game, it looks like, in style.
Passing attack.
Great protection for Beck. Lobs one right up the seam, and Elijah Lofton has a walk-in touchdown. Tight ends. And a big running back in Mark Fletcher. There goes Tony in motion. A rollout for Beck. At the goal line, diving into the end zone is Fletcher. A receiving touchdown in his welcome back. And it's a 2-score lead for the U. He missed the last couple of games, and they are happy to have Mark Fletcher back.
You just see, he's just good.
Overton, nice move. There goes the freshman Jeffrey Overton. House call. Does that get the Hokies back in it? Clean pocket for Beck. Lobs one in the end zone. Pringle lays out. Touchdown. The wheel route comes open, and a terrific catch made by Gerard Pringle for the score.
This is freshman
Up in the rankings. Keeper, Watson, shoves his way to the goal line, in for a Virginia Tech touchdown. Second rushing touchdown of William Watson III's career. And with 3:17 to go, Virginia Tech a point away.
Is a touchdown after the play.
Happens sometimes in rivalry games, and they do leave their offense on the field. So 4th down and short, Carson Beck still in the shotgun. And he's going to throw. And he is going to take a shot. He's going to loft one, jump ball in the end zone. Malachi Tony, he's got the touchdown.
That's a beautiful throw.
So now they'll go empty. Twin receivers. Heinschel, swing pass, works to perfection. Justin Holmes walks in for a Pitt touchdown.
Auburn's out of University of Pittsburgh and really established this running game.
Here's Malachi Tony to take the direct snap again. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it. Easy pitch and catch, touchdown to Elijah Lofton. Malachi Tony does it again. And that one might have been the easiest throw he's made this year. Malachi Tony and Mark Fletcher flanking Carson Beck in the backfield. Beck, he's going to float one for Tony. Touchdown. .22-yard score. He's got one passing, and now he's got one receiving.
Again, when we take a look.
Fletcher right up the gut, spinning at the goal line. Does he break the plane? Yes, he does for a Canes touchdown. And Miami, a point after away from a 3-score lead.
Interceptions in 3 straight games this season. They got to find a way to come up with something here again.
Tony in motion. Beck looks end zone. Instead flips it to a wide open Shamar Brown for a walk-in score for Miami. So Shamar Brown lost his rushing touchdown, but now gets it right back receiving. His second receiving score of the season, and the Canes extend their lead. Those at-large bids. Play action for Beck. He's going to take a shot for C.J. Daniels into the end zone. Oh, he caught it for a touchdown. With a defender right in his face, C.J. Daniels adds to the Miami lead.
Basically the same way they...
Four-man rush. He's well protected again. He's going to take a shot at the seam. In stride, Jabari Jensen. Touchdown.
Offense more one-dimensional. Right now, they're having their way.
Keeper. Moore to the pylon and in. Another Oregon touchdown.
This is perfect that he executes this offense. He's in control.
Pitch to the air, Hill gets the edge. Stays in bounds. Touchdown.
There you just see great open field blocker.
Play action for Dante Moore. Floats one to a one-on-one. Backing up McClellan. Did he haul it in? Yes! That's another Oregon touchdown. There is a flag down. Right over the top of DJ Barksdale.
Holding. Defense. Number 7. Penalties decline. Resulting play is a touchdown.
More off play action. A deep shot to the end zone. Drops it right down the chimney to Malik Benson. Another Oregon touchdown.
It's my shit, let's go. Get me right.
Malik Benson.
Wide open, button hook to the sideline. DeGennaro makes a man miss. He's trying to find the front row. Pylon makes a move into the end zone for a James Madison touchdown. Terrific catch and run by Nick DeGennaro, 47 yards. And a reason for the Dukes fans to celebrate when he first arrived. As Moore is going to take a shot. Guess who? Benson, touchdown. Right on cue. So the guy that starts the year as a look team wide receiver and doesn't mind being on the scout team gets a chance to play with all the injuries. And boy, has he become an Oregon weapon. He does it again. Blocked punt. And it's going to be a scoop and score. Jaden Lamar runs it in. And now special teams strikes and adds another 6 for Oregon.
This is all created by defensive.
Just knocked them out of any realistic goal-to-go distance, and they've done it again. Barnett, this time all day to throw. Loops one, back left corner of the end zone. And a rolling catch, it looks like, is made for the touchdown. George Pettaway, the wheel route down the sideline. And a dime from Alonzo Barnett.
This is some nice. As they've rotated more players in here, the mistakes have started to increase.
A little Philly special. Leaping into the end zone is Lakota Dupree. It looked like he might wanted to throw the football. And instead, he did the work himself. So the tight end on the reverse scores.
They did a nice.
Day to the right of Barnett. 4th and goal. Barnett, straight quarterback run. And he breaks the plane for the touchdown.
For the touchdown.
So starting at their own 1-yard line after the muffed fair catch, they go 99 yards.
Firm up down here as far as your run fits and your tackling fundamentals.
Left tackle Caden Green lost his helmet, so he's off the field for a play. They run that direction anyway, and why not? Touchdown, Jamal Roberts. Sixth rushing touchdown of the season for Jamal Roberts. Boy, what a run-two punch.
They like to sneak him out into the route late, have him block, hold for a count, and then you kind of lose him. The next thing you know,
another direct snap, rally to the end zone, touchdown. Flags after the play. That's a 19-play touchdown drive to start the second half for Virginia. And we have under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter before Missouri will even see the ball.
it's the blocking that matched up properly with the safety.
The freshman Denman with a terrific cutback finds the end zone, and TCU's got the lead. This time, King Miller gets to the goal line and reaches for an SC touchdown.
Just showing you the wheels that he has.
The handoff. No, checked out the keeper. Guess who scores the touchdown? It's Ken Seals. His dream start for his childhood team.
Look, the secondary has really been swarming the football.
How about one-on-one? Oh, amazing catch by Jaden Richardson. Oh, he got a foot down for the touchdown as well.
Oh, man.
Jaden Richardson put it on a poster.
Are you kidding?
He pulled it out of the fire. Again a run. Again it's Payne. And he's got the end zone. And a TCU touchdown. And we've got a one-score game again.
To the
four-man rush. Scanning the field. Under pressure. He will be sacked.
rush 3.
Seals with a check down. And Payne makes one tackle, scoots down the sideline, stays in bounds.
Oh, no.
Did he just end the game? Touchdown!
The game is not over. The game is not over. The game is not over. The game is not over.
TCU is
The game is not
Jeremy
over.
Payne, but you can hear in the background the referee saying they have to go to replay. They have to make sure that Payne stayed in.